Hey guys, this is Mazda Bruce here at Highly Mazda Hearst, and I get this question a lot. What are the differences between the CX-30 with the premium package and the CX-5 Grand Touring with the premium package? So thought I'd go into a little detail on both and just give you a side-by-side comparison, kind of talk about the difference in features and take it from there. So starting off with the CX-30, this is Mazda's newest vehicle to our lineup. It introduced itself in 2020, as opposed to the CX-5, which actually launched in 2017 with this particular body style. Now, the CX-5's had a longer run than that. It actually came into the picture in 2013, and since then it's been one of the most fuel efficient and arguably the safest SUV ever tested. I don't think you're going to miss a beat with the CX-30 though. It also boasts a proud 5-star government crash test score and top safety pick honors as well. You can see there are both LED lights along the front and in the back. They both have their own kind of look. The CX-5 is going to give you a longer elongated look with fog lights, and then the CX-30 will have that around just the lens itself like a little halo. And notice it does not have the fog lights. Difference in obviously size, but let's go into more specific features. For example, the CX-30 is also going to give you blind spot monitoring and all the active safety features as does the CX-5, but it doesn't have an option with an available power folding mirror. Now, from a dimensions standpoint, the CX-5 is going to be obviously a little bit bigger, as I mentioned, but it comes in at around 3,500 to 3,800 pounds curb weight, and the CX-30 on the other hand comes in at around 3,200 to 3,400 pounds curb weight. So that's really kind of like a delta of about 300 to 400 pounds. Being that they both have the same 2.5 liter engine, you're going to have noticed that the CX-30 is a little bit lighter in curb weight and thus a little bit quicker on the draw. So it's a little bit more peppy. I've noticed that in my own personal test drives as well. Now, height-wise, there's not much difference in height. The CX-5 is coming in at 65 inches tall, and then there's a 3-inch difference in a 62-inch height of the CX-30. So not a whole lot of difference. I think what you'll notice that more is on the inside. For example, the CX-5 is around 179 inches in overall length. Let's walk around over here so you can see it from this side in comparison. Now with the Grand Touring, you'll also get a 19-inch wheel, and that's about 179 inches. Now the CX-30 on the other hand is going to be 173, so that half foot may make or break your decision on this vehicle. I would say they're both very easy to park, and they both have excellent camera views, so it's not going to be a problem. And most of my customers that have bought either of these vehicles, particularly with the CX-5 since it's a little bit longer, have no trouble parking this vehicle. Not much difference in width. The CX-30 here that we're looking at is a 71 inches in width, and the CX-5 is 73. So there you get a good view of the rear combination LED lights. They both have the power liftgate, so that's something to. And one thing that will be different is going to be the interior cargo room. So that's something to consider too. So we'll take a look at both. Now, I apologize, I don't have the specs on this, but you can see there is an obvious difference. One thing that the CX-30 does is it gives you a 2-way split, which is nice, but the CX-5 on the other hand gives you a 3-way split. Both of them have the Bose sound system nestled into the spare tire with 3 years of roadside assistance. And being the 7th generation for Mazda, the CX-30 as opposed to the CX-5, which is still on the previous design language, I've noticed that there's a little bit difference in premium touches as far as quality of carpet, the quality of sound deadening materials. The CX-30 is a very quiet vehicle, as is the CX-5, but just a little bit more of an effort, I believe, in the CX-30 as you're going to find with the years to come with Mazda with this new technology. So you do get these cool spring-loaded handles and obviously a lot more room. There's my notes there. And you can see they both come with the floor mats as well. Nice little touch here. Adjustable height on the liftgate. And another big difference between the two is going to be back seat room. So as you can tell, I'm going to focus in on that. That's about I had these seats set up the way I would personally drive it. and then we'll walk over here to the CX-30. This is really going to be the tail of the tape, guys. Just a little less in cargo room, but not a whole lot. I mean, you can definitely fit. As you can see, it even has the setup for the car seats. That's not going to be a problem. And one thing that is different, it does have the two cup holders in the back, but it doesn't have the USB ports. However, it still does give you the rear air vents. Taking a look at this one again. And here is the difference. Now with this particular package, which is the premium equipment package, not only do you get the rear USB ports, as I alluded to earlier, but you do get the heated seats too. So if you're evaluating the differences between the two packages, that's one right there. So let's take a closer look at the inside of the CX-30. Now both of these have power seats with memory seats, and what's interesting too is that does tie in with both the side mirrors on the CX-30 and the active driving display. With the CX-30, you're going to get kind of like a two-tone look, so you'll go from this black interior that you can see into, this will probably give you a better view, with the almost like an espresso like brown, and that goes into the door, and it looks really elegant. Now it's available of course with a lighter interior where you would see a much obvious more difference, but that brown, that three color look is what's prevalent on the CX-30 versus the CX-5, which doesn't have that. You also get a longer screen. This is the newer look for Mazda, and it is not touchscreen, so those touchscreen enthusiasts are going to miss that or lament that on the CX-5. But you can see it kind of spins, it toggles, has the same motion, and they both tie in wonderfully with the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So really easy to use. You do have a digital gauge cluster. This one is low on fuel, but that actually will give you the opportunity to see. And for those of you that really enjoy that, it does have the active driving display as well. Just a quiet cabin overall. The speaker placement is a little bit different on this one, and it has an awesome sound system. I can definitely vouch for that. Still gives you the dual air and heated seats. A little bit configuration. In the CX-5, you're going to notice the cup holders are behind the shifter and behind your command switch, and what that allows for on the CX-30 is a much bigger cargo area. So there's something to think. I could tell this is definitely more of a driver's focus kind of vehicle than per se the CX-5, which has got more size, but maybe a little bit more advantages on for family overall. There's your rear parking view, very clear, and I think you'll have no problem with the CX-5 one either. But they both have advanced all the advanced safety features that are on today's market. But what another trick up its sleeve, this also has the adaptive front lighting system, and with the CX-30 you're going to benefit from the Mazda Mobility Start. That's where you can actually start the vehicle from your cell phone at any distance. There is the first year is free. After that there will be an annual subscription because it is a cellular based technology, but really cool feature in that you can unlock your door, you can check your tire pressure, you can of course start the vehicle. A lot of neat little benefits of that. So all right, so let's turn our focus to the CX-5. Sorry again, I don't want this video to be too long. I've done this a number of times for the CX-5. It obviously sells itself, but just some highlights. I'm going to focus on the specific differences of the CX-30. For one, you're going to get a little bit bigger wheel size on the CX-5. You're also going to still get the advanced active driving display, but you would not get on the CX-30 the ventilated seats. That's something that I think might be definitely worth mentioning. A little bit different interior, albeit you don't have the two-tone look. It does give you some little nuances like copper stitching, and it also has a really cool metalwood fusion look to it, both of which have a hand-stitched leather-wrapped steering wheel. And also with the CX-5, as I mentioned, for those that prefer the touchscreen, that's what this one still offers. So you can do that, and of course you can go back and forth between all your options with the command switch too. But there are the ventilated seats. This does have the power folding side mirrors, as I mentioned, and give you an idea how that works. You just simply twist this all the way around, and that will work when you shut the vehicle off also. There's a good look at the the active driving display. And as you may already know, once you make your adjustments on both these vehicles, you can set the distance between you and the next car, and it works very effective with that too. Auto dimming mirror, that's something that's nice that you have to pay extra for on the CX-30, so if that's important to you. Also comes with a HomeLink mirror. Both have the sunroof and both have the Bose sound system. So let me see here. So really, I would say the biggest difference is just going to be size. I mean, they both have great features, like there's pros and cons with both. This one has the new knee airbag, the mobility start. This one has your ventilated seats. It's going to have your power folding side mirrors. But when it comes to safety, they are actually pretty equivalent. They both have the lane departure warning with lane watch assist, the radar cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, forward obstruction warning, high beam control, and more. They both have a really beautiful look to them, but I'm going to sit in the back seat of both, and that way you can kind of see for yourself. I think that's really the tale of the tape. So here is the space I have with the CX-5. Not bad. And let me go ahead and turn this around. All right, and then go ahead and jump in the back seat of the CX-30. So a little bit more snug. Again, I wouldn't mind riding in this for, you know, any length of time, but maybe not like a long trip. But you know, it's just really the tale of the tape. Now, for a car seat or for a younger child, it's not going to be a problem. I'm about 6 foot tall myself, but definitely going to have enjoyment with the rear air vents, my cup holders here. I'm good. Great headroom, and it's cozy. So either way, I think you'll have a tough decision to make, but hopefully this video helped you out and gave you some details about both. Thank you for the opportunity of showing it to you. And again, my name is Mazda Bruce with Highly Mazda Hearst. Have a great day.